If you see yourself in most of these signs, congratulations! You're emotionally ready for love. But if you still have some work to do, don't worry. Growth is a journey and love will find you when you're truly prepared. Which sign do you resonate with the most? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more insights on love and relationships. 1. You love yourself first. Love starts from within. If you don't love yourself, it becomes difficult to accept love from others. Many people enter relationships hoping that their partner will complete them, but a healthy relationship isn't about two incomplete people coming together. It's about two whole individuals who enhance each other's lives. So, how do you know if you truly love yourself? You enjoy your own company. You don't feel lonely when you're alone. You actually embrace solitude. You can spend time by yourself without constantly needing distractions or external validation. Whether it's going to a cafe alone, watching a movie, or simply sitting in silence, you feel at ease with yourself. You don't seek validation from others. You don't rely on compliments or constant reassurance to feel good about yourself. Of course, it's nice when someone appreciates you, but your self-worth isn't dependent on what others think. You prioritize self-care. Loving yourself means treating yourself well, both physically and emotionally. You eat well, exercise, get enough rest, and take care of your mental health. You set boundaries and protect your peace, rather than constantly sacrificing your well-being for others. You accept yourself fully. This doesn't mean you think you're perfect, nobody is. But you embrace your strengths and weaknesses and you're comfortable with who you are. You recognize that growth is a lifelong journey and you don't beat yourself up over imperfections. You don't settle for less than you deserve. 'Cause you know your worth, you don't tolerate toxic relationships, disrespect, or emotional neglect. You don't stay in relationships out of fear of being alone. You'd rather wait for the right connection than force something that isn't healthy. When you truly love yourself, you attract healthier, more fulfilling relationships. You're not looking for love out of desperation or loneliness. You're looking for a partner who complements your already fulfilling life. 2. You've healed from past relationships. One of the biggest indicators that you're ready for love is that you've truly moved on from your past. Carrying emotional baggage into a new relationship can lead to trust issues, insecurities, and unhealthy patterns. But when you've healed, love feels like a fresh start rather than a way to fix old wounds. So, how do you know if you've healed? You no longer dwell on past heartbreaks. You don't replay old conversations or wonder what if every time you think about an ex. Instead of feeling bitterness or regret, you see past relationships as learning experiences. You've let go of resentment. Holding on to anger toward an ex only hurts you. True healing means you've made peace with the past, whether that means forgiving them or simply accepting that things ended for a reason. You don't have to forget, but you no longer feel emotionally charged when thinking about them. You don't compare new people to your ex. If you constantly find yourself measuring potential partners against someone from your past, it's a sign you're still emotionally tied to that relationship. When you're healed, you see each new person as a fresh and unique individual rather than a reflection of your past. You're not afraid to be vulnerable again. After a painful breakup, it's natural to build emotional walls. But once you've healed, you're open to love again without fear of being hurt. You trust that not everyone will treat you the same way your ex did. You've learned from your mistakes. Healing doesn't just mean forgetting the past, it means growing from it. Maybe you recognize red flags you ignored before, or you've developed better communication skills. Key is that you've taken responsibility for your role in past relationships and are committed to building something healthier in the future. Healing isn't about pretending the past never happened. It's about making peace with it so you can move forward with an open heart. When you've truly healed, love doesn't feel like a way to fill a void. It feels like a new chapter, free from old wounds. 3. You know what you want. One of the biggest signs that you're ready for love is clarity, knowing exactly what you want in a partner and relationship. Many people rush into love without thinking about their needs, values, or long-term goals, only to find themselves in relationships that don't truly fulfill them. When you have clarity, you don't settle for just anyone, you wait for the right connection. So, how do you know if you're clear about what you want? You have strong personal values. You know what matters most to you, whether it's honesty, loyalty, ambition, or emotional intelligence, and you won't compromise on your core values just to make a relationship work. You recognize your deal breakers. Maybe you know you can't be with someone who lacks ambition, doesn't want kids, or struggles with commitment. Instead of ignoring red flags, you acknowledge them early and don't try to fix or change people. You've moved past the perfect partner fantasy. Instead of chasing an unrealistic ideal, you focus on finding someone who complements you. You understand that no one is flawless, but you also know the difference between healthy compromise and settling. You know how you want to feel in a relationship. Beyond physical attraction or surface-level traits, you focus on how a relationship should make you feel secure, respected, loved, and valued. You're looking for emotional fulfillment, not just someone to spend time with. You're not looking for love out of loneliness. When you know what you want, you don't date just for the sake of it. You're willing to wait for the right person rather than forcing a connection with someone who isn't truly aligned with your values and goals. Being clear on what you want in a relationship prevents wasted time, heartbreak, and mismatched connections. It allows you to build something meaningful with someone who truly aligns with your vision for love. For you can communicate openly. Good communication is the foundation of a strong relationship. If you're ready for love, you're also ready to express your thoughts, feelings, and needs clearly, without fear, games, or emotional walls. Many relationships fail not because of a lack of love, but because of poor communication. So, how do you know if you're a strong communicator in relationships? You express your feelings honestly. Instead of bottling up emotions or expecting your partner to just know how you feel, you openly share your thoughts and emotions. You don't play mind games or expect someone to read between the lines. You listen as much as you talk. Communication isn't just about expressing yourself, it's also about truly listening. You don't just wait for your turn to speak. You pay attention to your partner's words, emotions, and needs. You're comfortable having difficult conversations. Love isn't always easy. Sometimes you need to discuss uncomfortable topics like boundaries, expectations, or past experiences. If you can navigate these discussions with maturity rather than avoidance or defensiveness, you're ready for a healthy relationship. You can handle constructive criticism. A strong communicator doesn't get overly defensive when given feedback. Instead of taking things personally, you listen, reflect, and use it as an opportunity for growth. You express your needs without fear of rejection. Some people suppress their desires and emotions because they're afraid of pushing someone away. When you're ready for love, you understand that your needs are valid, and you're willing to communicate them openly rather than pretending everything is fine. You respect differences and resolve conflicts maturely. No two people will agree on everything. But instead of turning disagreements into shouting matches or cold silence, you aim to understand, find common ground, and work through challenges in a respectful way. If you're capable of honest, open, and mature communication, you're not just ready for love, you're ready for a relationship that lasts. 5. You're comfortable being alone. One of the clearest signs that you're ready for love is that you don't need a relationship. You want one. Many people jump into relationships to escape loneliness, but true readiness comes from being content on your own first. So, how do you know if you're truly comfortable being alone? You don't rush into relationships just to avoid loneliness. If you're okay with being single and don't feel desperate to find someone, it means you're emotionally independent. You see a relationship as something that enhances your life, not something that defines your happiness. You enjoy your own company. Whether it's going for a solo coffee date, watching movies alone, or traveling by yourself, you're comfortable doing things on your own without feeling awkward or incomplete. You have a fulfilling life outside of relationships. You're engaged in hobbies, friendships, career goals, and personal growth. Your happiness doesn't depend on a romantic partner because you've built a life that excites you on its own. You don't seek constant validation from others. You don't rely on attention, affection, or social media likes to feel good about yourself. Instead, your confidence comes from within. You set boundaries and protect your peace. Being comfortable alone also means you don't let just anyone into your life. You're selective about who you allow in because you value your time, energy, and emotional well-being. You don't fear being single. Some people settle for less than they deserve because they're afraid of being alone. But when you're truly comfortable with yourself, you'd rather be single than in a relationship that isn't right for you. When you're happy alone, you enter relationships from a place of confidence and stability, not neediness or desperation. You're not looking for someone to complete you, you're looking for someone who complements your already fulfilling life. 6. You can handle rejection without breaking down. Rejection is an inevitable part of life, especially in love. If you're truly ready for a relationship, you've developed the emotional maturity to handle rejection without letting it destroy your self-worth. You understand that not every connection will work out, and that's okay. So, how do you know if you're emotionally strong enough to handle rejection? You don't take rejection personally. When someone isn't interested in you, you don't assume it's because you're not good enough. Instead, you recognize that chemistry and compatibility are complex, and rejection often has nothing to do with your worth as a person. You see rejection as redirection. Instead of dwelling on disappointment, you trust that rejection is just steering you towards someone who is truly right for you. You don't let rejection define your confidence. You don't need someone else's approval to feel good about yourself. Your self-esteem remains intact whether someone accepts or rejects you. You move on without resentment. Instead of holding grudges or feeling bitter, you let go gracefully. You understand that just as you have preferences in a partner, others do too. You're willing to take risks again. Even after experiencing rejection, you don't let fear hold you back. You remain open to love because you know that rejection is just part of the journey to finding the right person. Being able to handle rejection with confidence and resilience shows that you're emotionally mature, and that's an essential quality for a healthy relationship. 7. You're willing to be vulnerable. Love requires vulnerability. If you're truly ready for a relationship, you're willing to open your heart, take emotional risks, and let someone see the real you. Many people fear vulnerability because they associate it with weakness, but in reality, it's one of the greatest strengths in love. So, how do you know if you're ready to be vulnerable? You're not afraid to express your emotions. You don't bottle up your feelings or pretend to be tough all the time. Instead, you're comfortable sharing your joys, fears, and insecurities with someone you trust. You let people see the real you. Instead of putting on a mask or playing a role to impress someone, you're your authentic self. You don't feel the need to be perfect because you know that real love embraces imperfections. You're open to deep emotional connections. You're not just looking for surface-level attraction or casual dating. You're ready for real intimacy where you and your partner can share your thoughts, dreams, and struggles without fear of judgment. You understand that vulnerability comes with risks. You accept that opening your heart means there's a chance you could get hurt, but you don't let that stop you from experiencing love fully. You trust the right person with your heart. Vulnerability doesn't mean opening up to just anyone. It means allowing the right person to see your true self while maintaining healthy boundaries. Being ready for love means being brave enough to be seen, to share your emotions, and to let someone in, even when it feels scary. True connection only happens when both people are willing to be real with each other. You love yourself first. Love starts from within. If you don't love yourself, it becomes difficult to accept love from others. Many people enter relationships hoping their partner will complete them, but a healthy relationship isn't about filling a void. It's about two whole individuals coming together to enhance each other's lives. So, how do you know if you truly love yourself? You accept yourself, flaws and all. Self-love isn't about being perfect. It's about embracing who you are, including your strengths and imperfections. You don't constantly criticize yourself or compare yourself to others. You prioritize self-care and personal growth. You invest in yourself, physically, emotionally, and mentally. Whether it's through exercise, meditation, reading, or therapy, you make sure you're growing into the best version of yourself. You don't settle for less than you deserve. When you love yourself, you don't tolerate toxic relationships or mistreatment. You understand your worth and won't accept anything less than respect, kindness, and genuine effort. You can be happy alone. You don't need someone else to make you feel whole because you've already built a fulfilling life for yourself. Love becomes an addition, not a necessity. You speak kindly to yourself. Instead of being your harshest critic, you practice self-compassion. You celebrate your achievements and forgive yourself for mistakes. You set boundaries and protect your energy. You're not afraid to say no, walk away from negativity, or distance yourself from people who drain you. Loving yourself means valuing your peace. When you love yourself, you attract healthier, more fulfilling relationships. You don't seek validation from others because you already know your worth. This confidence allows you to give and receive love in a balanced, meaningful way. 9. You're ready to give as much as you receive. Love isn't just about what you can get, it's about what you're willing to give. A healthy relationship thrives on mutual effort, care, and support. If you're only focused on what someone can do for you rather than what you can bring to the relationship, you may not be truly ready for love. So, how do you know if you're ready to give as much as you receive? You're willing to invest time and effort. Relationships require work. You understand that love isn't just about grand romantic gestures. It's about consistently showing up for your partner, even in the small, everyday moments. You don't keep score. Love isn't about measuring who does more. You give freely, whether it's attention, kindness, or support, without expecting something in return every time. You genuinely care about your partner's happiness. When you love someone, their happiness becomes as important as your own. You support their dreams, celebrate their successes, and stand by them during tough times. You're willing to compromise. Relationships involve two different individuals with different perspectives. You don't insist on always being right. Instead, you find middle ground and prioritize the relationship over ego. You respect your partner's needs and emotions. Being ready for love means being empathetic and understanding. You listen, validate their feelings, and make an effort to meet their emotional needs. You're not just looking for someone to complete you. You see love as a partnership, not a rescue mission. You're ready to contribute to a relationship rather than expecting someone else to fix your life or bring you happiness. Love is about reciprocity. If you're emotionally prepared to give as much as you receive, without feeling drained or resentful, you're truly ready for a deep, lasting relationship. 10. You see love as a choice, not just a feeling. Movies and fairy tales often portray love as an overwhelming emotion that simply happens to you. But real, lasting love isn't just a feeling, it's a choice you make every single day. If you understand this, you're truly ready for a mature relationship. So, what does it mean to see love as a choice? You understand that love requires effort. Feelings of passion may come and go, but true love is about choosing to care, support, and nurture the relationship, even when it's not easy. You don't expect perfection. You know that no partner or relationship will be perfect. Instead of looking for a fairy tale, you focus on building a strong, healthy connection based on mutual respect and understanding. You're ready for commitment. Love isn't just about the highs, it's about sticking together through challenges, disagreements, and the ups and downs of life. You're prepared to work through difficulties rather than walking away at the first sign of trouble. You believe in growing together. Love isn't static. You recognize that both you and your partner will evolve, and you're committed to growing alongside them rather than apart. You choose love even on difficult days. Real love isn't about constantly feeling butterflies. It's about choosing patience, kindness, and appreciation, even when the excitement fades or life gets tough. When you see love as a conscious choice rather than just a fleeting emotion, you're ready to build something real. This mindset allows you to create a relationship that's strong, stable, and built to last. So, after going through these 10 signs, where do you stand? Are you truly ready for love? The truth is, being ready for a meaningful relationship isn't about finding the perfect person. It's about becoming the best version of yourself. Love isn't just about romance, butterflies, or grand gestures. It's about emotional maturity, self-awareness, and the ability to give and receive love in a healthy way. If you recognize these signs in yourself, congratulations! You're in a great place to welcome love into your life. But if you feel like you're still working on some of these areas, don't worry. Self-growth is a journey, not a race. The more you work on yourself, the stronger and more fulfilling your future relationship will be. Final takeaways. Love yourself first, because a healthy relationship starts from within. Be open to vulnerability and trust, but also set healthy boundaries. Love is a choice, not just a feeling. Real relationships require effort and commitment. At the end of the day, love isn't something you chase. It's something you attract when you're truly ready. So keep growing, keep learning, and when the time is right, love will find you. Are you ready for love? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more deep insights on relationships and self-growth.